Good morning, everybody. I am running a little bit late today because I was helping my husband fill in a job application. So fingers crossed that he gets a call. That would be a really good opportunity for him. Um, while I was out on my walk, so health and wellness check in. This is day 18 of a 30-day challenge. I think I'm going to stop saying 30-day challenge because I want to continue this. I want to do this every single day and make sure that I'm getting my steps in, make sure I'm getting the cardio. I'm starting to feel my core. That's a great sign. That means that I'm graduating from like skinny wrists to maybe a skinny belly eventually. Who knows? That's the goal. Um, where was I going with that? Okay, so yeah, so day 18. I got my 1.5 miles in already. I've got my apple cider vinegar drink here. There is a recipe for that on my YouTube channel, and you can also go over to Wild One Forever. I'll make sure that I post that in a separate article so that it's easy to find. Today, I wanted to talk about head hopping. If you are a writer, you are probably very familiar with this term, and that is when you are writing and you are uh, in a point of view. So when you're writing, it is either the narrator or maybe you're in the protagonist's head. And so when you are in, let's just say you're in somebody's head while you're writing, you're in that perspective. Um, then you cannot know what other people are thinking. And so when you're writing, you have to really keep that in mind with the head hopping. Whose head am I in? How are they seeing the world? How are they reacting to other people's um, activities? Those things. What is that person smelling whose head that I'm in? Uh, if you are writing or I'm sorry, if you are reading and you are confused because you don't know whose head you're in and you have to go back and reread because you are that confused, the writer did something wrong. And I wanted to kind of mutate that, take some of that into, from the head hopping as a writer. And that awareness has actually helped me with projection in real life interactions and stuff. I was talking a couple of days ago to somebody who kept on projecting her emotions, her, just, I don't want to out her. But basically, she's having these problems and she's saying, oh, they think I'm a sick girl or they think I'm a this or they think, and I'm like, how do you know? How do you know what they're thinking? Are you in their head? And at the same time, when we have those when we have issues, when we have questions, when we're feeling vulnerable and stuff like that, it's a lot easier to project that out onto other people and say, well, they don't like me because, well, you don't know that they don't like you. So in a way, in real life, we do a lot of that head hopping, which is not good, and the advice there would be, you've only got you. You have control over you. You cannot control anybody else. You are not in their head. You don't know what motivates them, but you have control over how you react to things, how you handle things. And when you take those issues and you project them onto other people, your vulnerabilities, your fears, and things like that, it turns into a boogeyman in your head. So it's not good in writing. It's not good in real life. Focus on what you can do, what you are. My phone is ringing and I don't care because it's usually my friend Scam Likely. um, you can only control what you can control. All right. The world might be blowing up. It's like, okay, well, that sucks. How are you going to handle that? You can't project that onto other people. And then at the same time, you cannot be angry at other people because of what you're feeling. You know, it just doesn't make sense. So own it, and really try and take a moment to either meditate or go for a walk and come up with these thoughts and go, I'm dealing with this. How am I going to deal with this? One of the hardest exercises that I've ever had to do was actually look in a mirror and talk to myself, actually look myself in the eye and talk to myself. Because a lot of times when we're looking in the mirror, we're looking at maybe we're brushing our teeth. We're not really looking inside our own eyes, um, and speaking truth. And that, for some reason, so many people can't do that. They cannot talk honestly to themselves. And so when we're going out there and projecting those things onto other people, it's not fair. It's not fair to them, and it's not fair to you. So that is really honestly a lesson that I've learned from writing in the POV, from the perspective of whose head am I in. Do not head hop in your writing. Do not head hop in life. You will realize that it's a lot better, it's a lot more empowering when you can take a situation, assess it, and handle it, and not worry about what everybody else is doing. And that's really it, guys. I wanted to keep this kind of short and sweet. Right now, Indie Vault is happening. That is the Breakfast Buzz with Randy Zimmerman, Varian Grant, and Daphne Lage. I happened to be on with them last night on Geekgasm, so make sure that you head over to Indie Vault and give them a like and a subscribe. Tonight, I am speaking with Tim English. He is an author and historian. His book is out on Amazon. It is Lennon 1980 Playlist. And he talks about John Lennon, the motivation of his music, what inspired him, and all that. It looks really fascinating. So that is going to be a great interview. Friday, tomorrow, yes, tomorrow I actually have an interview with Cody Renee Cameron, and she's bringing her friend Serena, who happens to also be in this film, A Girl Lost, a Hollywood Story, and that is over on Amazon Prime. It is about that journey of sex workers, how sometimes those decisions, sometimes we have to make choices. And sometimes between those choices, it's not a choice between the good path and the bad path. Sometimes it's the path of the bad path or the worst path, and where do you go? Um, and so I think that's a very important film. I would highly recommend it for everybody to watch. So Cody, Renee, Cameron, and Serena are going to be there tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern time on Friday. And then on Saturday, we will be doing a Geek Speak with Sean DN. He is better known as 8-Bit Shinobi. And I know that he's got a crowdfund going on. I am confirming a couple other guests for Saturday, so that is going to be a lot of fun. So we're kind of jamming the Geek Insider podcast schedule for December, and we're actually starting to look at January, the new year, and see what happens. But I really appreciate everybody who's tuning in today. Haley Jade, thank you for tuning in. We're going to give you a shout out on Wild One Forever. That is where I'm going to do the associated blog with this, and get your link on there so that people know where to find your books. That's it. See you guys. Head over to IndieVolt, head over to Geek Insider, and make sure you hit the subscribe button on my channel. I appreciate that. I've got some exciting things that are coming out. I will talk about those later. Bye.